I'm not comfortable in calm. I am more comfortable in chaos. I am more comfortable in productivity. I am more comfortable in doing. There's something there.
Okay. Find the softness, the lightness, the calm, the slow, a slower living. It's like a warm hug, a warm bath. And not even on no aesthetic, like a warm bath that's cleansing for the soul.
Yeah.
Hey, love, come in. Put your bag down.
Welcome back to Put Your Bag Down, and today's episode, Not Your Average Soft Life, is talking about something that I think people have just kind of taken and run with it. And so we're going to get into what is the soft life actually about? What does it mean? What does it not mean? And what do people actually need when they name that? And to get into this today, this wonderful impromptu conversation and discussion is my amazing friend, Latoya Maria. Now, Latoya is a somatic queen, yogi master, international body healing, therapeutic work person, and above all else, someone who does not play about her piece. Don't let that smile fool you. Like don't do that. Like she does not play about her piece. And so I really wanted to get into talking about just where this soft life conversation has gone, where it started, the intent behind it, and what has come of it. And so I'm curious about your thoughts on the whole soft life phenomenon.
I think, first of all, thank you for having me.
Of course, friend.
It's really a joy to be here. And I like to take time to discuss these topics because, one, social media can have us thinking that we need to attain something that isn't even true to what we want. So I will speak only for how I frame and sit with and live in my softness. First of all, I, as a Black woman, love to express and say with real joy and truth that for me, softness is about being intentional and having the capacity and even the audacity to express and say what I need, to honor my yeses and my nos, to listen to my body as a body worker. It very much so centers that.
Yeah.
It's also about putting my bags down.
All the bags.
It's about unloading and like having the space that I need to breathe and like really take true, real nourishing and nurturing breaths. Soft life experiences are not about an aesthetic for me.
Yeah.
It's not about performing it.
Yeah.
It looking a certain way. And even being able to take the idea or the concept of softness on as a Black woman.
Yeah.
That is a recovering and retired high achiever.
This part
is also interesting to navigate because I like to say that my softness is my strength. And for me, I find the strength of being able to listen to what I need as like the through line for how I navigate what my softness look like. And also, to be honest, every day it's different.
And that's something it's become, because I think that's right. Like everything that you've named, I think that was as with many things, we hit the end of our rope. We hit the edge. We hit oh, I'm done. And now I'm flipping and doing something else. And it was the I have shown up for, I have been, I have provided, I have been the martyr, I have fallen on my sword. And I now realize no one is coming to take it out. They are just going to continue to push the sword in. I'm actually going to take care of me. And so we flip to the other side of the pendulum and the well-intentioned, and I completely agree and believe in the soft life. I'm curious how you think how at some point it got to this very warped, skewed idea that on some level some people use as clickbait, But I think it's also something where people, kind of similar to self-care. Like it was meant to be something that is truly about what your self needs and what your body needs. And it has turned into, you got to go on this luxury vacation. You got to get your nails done. You got to get pampered. You got to go to the spa. And some people, that might be what they need, but that it's not prescriptive for everyone.
Right. And I mean, okay, self-care and soft life, all of these things, and how it's been turned into the practices of maintenance. Maintenance practices.
Yeah.
Which, you see these nails? Love.
They do stay done. They do stay done.
Stay done. But that has nothing to do, for me, with softness, right? It has nothing to do with being someone who is performing it. I think one of the ways that, clickbait for sure, but one of the other things to think about is that especially because it's targeting women, Black women specifically, want to make it commodify. Like, how can I make some money off of this? I think there's ebooks about soft lives. I think, and like, do your thing, but like the concept of offloading and putting things down and deciding, okay, I'm just doing it here, just let it all go. I think that also what ended up happening, I saw some versions of soft life is about someone else
picking it up. So soft life also means everyone can't have a soft life. Only certain people can have a soft life at certain times. Because if my soft life impedes on your soft life, then we're just recreating more of the problem. And so if we change the definition of soft life to not mean an entitled, I'm releasing all these things, I'm done with it all.
Hello.
But pivoting to, especially with a lot of high achieving people, high functioning people, and whatever high functioning means for you, let's also just name that. A soft life, for me, I can say specifically, a soft life means a calm nervous system. Ooh. That's a soft life.
Okay.
And so it doesn't necessarily mean I put down doing some of the projects I work on. It doesn't necessarily mean put down some of the roles that I have in my family dynamics or with my friendships or in my, intimate relationships or intimate partnerships. It means adjusting how I show up, being honest about my capacity, being honest about the season that I am in, taking off some of these superwoman capes, and figuring out what helps to calm my nervous system in this season. That's my soft life. And when I say it like that, I feel like everyone can be entitled to their soft life at the same time.
Right. What do we do? Because I choose for soft life, for me, I choose being able to have the power to be intentional. Then that means that there is a connection, right, to the nervous system. Here's the thing, specifically about with the language around nervous systems and regulation and co-regulation and calm nervous systems. Is my nervous system functioning? I'm gonna say for Black and brown women, some of us may have to do a little bit of work with being able to navigate a nervous system that is maybe
familiar in the chaos.
Really.
How do you think I came up with I didn't say I'm doing it well. I said that is, that's what it means for me.
Well, because I think when we for me, she said nervous, I'm like, that's my stuff. Okay, that's wait a minute. Right. I had to sit up.
Hold on, girl.
Hold up. I know we were doing this. Okay.
Well, I'm here for this part.
Mainly because how does a calm nervous system function?
For me specifically?
For you, yeah.
That is the thing I'm actually working through and leaning into. And I identified that a soft life for me meant a calm nervous system because I noticed when I would have those moments to be silent, to be in meditation, to not have anything to do, to be to be in a space where I could be rested, it drove me crazy.
Right.
I was like, I'm jittery. I don't know what to do with this. And I do understand for some people, movement is actually the thing that's calming for them and relaxing for them. So I'm not saying like, if you're a person that needs to move, that you're not being rested. I don't believe that. I'm saying for me specifically, when I had all the things I said I wanted, I had silence. I had no one asking me for anything. I had space. I had peace. And I was still like, I'm supposed to, I need to, this doesn't feel, how much time have I self-cared?
Right.
Have I self-cared enough? And,
Oh my goodness.
I'm not comfortable in calm. I am more comfortable in chaos. I am more comfortable in productivity. I am more comfortable in doing. There's something there.
Okay.
My body isn't necessarily comfortable yet in the softness of slow.
So I think that's, okay. So lots of things are coming through. Slow. That is, in my opinion, how I identify softness, like being able to have the choice. Everything for me is choice.
I know.
Everything. So do I cognitively have the choice to do this? Does my nervous system has the capacity to do that? Because our nervous systems aren't fixed.
Right.
And so the concept of being able to work with the full spectrum of your nervous system, being able to listen to the yes and the no, the signals, all of the signals that are there and not abandon, that for me is, okay, I can swim in the space of the soft life. But slow is where I am interested in the depths of how you are navigating through that, like being able to capture the slowness and also define it for you.
So that's the other thing. I think it changes. And I think that's the biggest piece. The soft life not being prescriptive. So full transparency, the soft life literally being, what do I need today? What does my nervous system need today? What do I need in this season to stay calm, to stay grounded, to stay ready to be there for other people if I need to be, because sometimes seasonally you do need to be on, for others. And so for me, the slow is the pause. So I don't engage in self-abandonment.
That's it. All of it is being able to have there's like the space that needs to happen. We're holding space. Listen, first of all,
no, not this.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. Tell them, girl. Tell them.
For me, like the way that holding space is sacred. And it's like, don't, please.
Put that bag down.
What I mean is that being able to have the pause, it's the pause that matters so much. And when you're wanting to put things down, the pause may feel terrifying.
Absolutely.
And if you are calling in softness, whatever it looks like for you, then that means they need to be willing to examine how far you're willing to go to be first uncomfortable, because the discomfort is the signal.
Right. And I think oftentimes we think, if I move to this soft life place, this will be comfortable. This will feel good immediately. And I'm like, actually, soft life is a process. So when people are just, I'm dropping it all and I'm done, when I hear that or when I see that, I'm like, oh, you hit a wall and you're like, I'm done with it all. I've burned out.
And you know what? Let's honor that, because sometimes you got
that is where you have to hit to get to your last Angela Bassett moment. Like, you know what? I have exhaled. No more waiting.
Sometimes that needs to happen.
But when you do that, when you do that, understanding us engaging in our soft life. If engaging in our soft life looks like, or is presenting, or is showing up, or is being landed in, or is being received in a way that is just entitlement to, without acknowledgement of other people also deserving of a soft life, I think that's where the problem
For sure.
can come in. And I think that's where the clickbaity, I don't ever need to. I mean, you're right. You actually don't.
Right.
You are an adult. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. And the consequences of that are
Here
sometimes.
we go. My favorite thing to say, consequences.
And so and for some people, it's like, I have put out for the world, I have done, and you know what? I am only going to do what's good for me. And that is okay. But people really it's completely about seasons.
That's why.
But I think sometimes people are approaching this with a definition of soft life that's been given to them versus one they are defining for yourself, which is why the title of this episode is Not Your Average Soft Life, because it's not the prescriptive soft life everyone's talking about. Like, getting to a soft life actually requires work. It requires discomfort. It requires some frustration because we are asking ourselves questions we've never been asked before. And we're coming into versions or returning to versions of ourselves we haven't been allowed to be before. And that can feel uncomfortable. That can feel like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Why doesn't it feel soft and calm and
because
restful?
It's not a curated
this part. Which is why sometimes the manicures and then transactional things are easier because you can check them off your list and you can think your feelings versus feel your feelings versus being present with yourself versus then identifying what do you actually need for you in this moment.
And we give thanks. No, we give thanks because I think when we allow each other to talk about this and then give people permission, they don't need our permission, but you see that it can be defined and shaped in a way that works best for you. Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say one of the ways that you can start to define what softness looks like, feels like for you, first of all, very basic of me, put your phone down. Take the phone and take a step back from all of those curated feeds. Look up and see, let your environment, if you can go outside, let your environment cue up versions of softness for you. I am all about indigenous practices. I'm about allowing nature to speak and to give me insight. That helps me come out of my head and really listen to how Creator, God, universe speaks, the mother, this is what I'm listening for. And that means for me, my not your average soft life is going outside, sitting underneath a tree, getting my feet in the soil and feeling the air on my skin. Being able to do that, especially if I, for example, have a long work day. Actually, you know what?
I need to go touch some grass.
Oh, don't get me started with that.
Touch some grass, touch a plant.
Touch a plant, talk to these plants. Or, put the Stanley cup down and go grab a cup, get up, go walk to the kitchen and pour yourself some water. Ritualizing your life. Ritualizing the experiences, the everyday experiences, and noticing where you can find the softness, the lightness, the calm, the slow. A slower living is, it's like a warm hug, a warm bath. And not even on no aesthetic, like a warm bath that's cleansing for the soul.
Oof, I love that. I love that. And even when you were naming the different components that could, comprise having a soft or softer life. I mean, but even to that end, sometimes we don't know what we don't know, so we don't even know where to start. So we go with what's in front of us. And to your point, cultivating joy, slowness, stillness, peace, laughter, childlike engagement. That's it. Erotica,
that's my jam.
Erotica, that's her jam. That is definitely. It's and not erotica necessarily in this very contained, sexualized sense that people have talked about, but in the sense of I can celebrate and enjoy and really be involved and just really experience the smallest things and get deep joy and deep
joy.
satisfaction out of it.
The erotic
it's taking a bite of like this, taking a bite of your mint chocolate chip ice cream, slowly savoring it,
mindful,
sitting with it,
eating.
Like it's that type of stuff.
And like I have sensual prompts in the space of the erotic, and this is a place where being able to experience your wholeness. Yeah. That's really what it's about. Yeah. The erotic is being able to experience your wholeness and not holding shame around that. Mm-hmm. And being able to devour and enjoy and savor something that tastes one of your favorite flavors is a deeply erotic, deeply soft exploration. Mm-hmm. Sensual prompts are one of the things that I do in my spaces, and you can turn on one of your favorite songs and experience that song through your whole body. Mm-hmm. Childlike wonder, for me, is like one of the keys to soft life.
That is actually how I started to get back into it. Yeah. Because I didn't know where, like I, laid out all the things, did the stuff, and I'm like, it still didn't feel right. What am I doing wrong? I'm like, okay, let's just go back to something childlike. That worked, because adulting is a scam, because we had such a soft life when, there was a softness to our childlike lives for however short that may have been. Right. But there was a wonderful playfulness to it. Mm-hmm. And so I started to approach things in life from a lens of like, how can I make this fun? Yeah. Where can I find the silliness in this? Where can I, and so it started to kind of break up some of my regimented rigidity, adultism in some kind of way, and kind of opened me up to get more curious about what would feel soft for me. Mm-hmm. Something else that I've done and I actually offer up to people is, because you really don't know where to start. And it's like, start with something as simple as, what do I want for dinner tonight? Right. And not what do I want for dinner that is convenient, that is close, that the family would like, that someone else, like what do you want? And just and fully get that answer. Mm-hmm. Whether you may get it that night for dinner is irrelevant. Right. In that moment. Mm-hmm. It is just actually naming for yourself the thing you truly want. Yeah. Truly choosing yourself in that moment and naming that. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, giving yourself that thing. Mm-hmm. If it's not that moment, if it's not that day, to do, it's starting that practice, starting to build that muscle of engaging self, building that muscle of choosing self, diminishing the default of self-abandonment. Right. And again, that's why the soft life takes time to cultivate. And so as we navigate soft life in a way that is being able to choose yourself and all of these points that we've spoken to, one thing that I think is important to say, because we spoke about the extreme of like leaving it to someone else, one of the other things to take into consideration is that, are you afraid of softness? Are you afraid of what that brings? And like support. Yeah. For me, that's also a very important part of softness. A soft life is having support systems. And I gotta say, community care, mutual aid, these particular things may mean that some people are inconvenienced. I think it's important to name that, because I think sometimes we frame things and we're expecting all these components to be perfectly aligned at all the time. That just doesn't work. That's not how life works. But considering that people with resources that are different than yours that can support you, that means being able to be vulnerable. That means being able to be courageous and seeking support is something for me, softness looks like that, because I can do, by myself. I'll just do it. It's the superwoman. but to that end, soft, that's why the not your average soft life can feel a little daunting and frustrating, and why we relegate it to certain spaces, because having a soft life also means removing certain identities. it means removing the superwoman identity, the fixer identity, the go-to identity. And all of these identities are quite often and most times wrapped up in our value, our output, our productivity, and it's connected to our worth.
Right.
So do you really want a soft life? If so, it means releasing some of these things and some of these identities that actually no longer serve you. Actually never really served you, but really do not serve you in this season. And so that fear around, if I'm gonna have a soft life, that also requires support and help from other people, and support and help from other people that may not look like the way I would offer it.
Right. Yes.
I think that's what gets underneath this is why the soft life can be turned into almost this caricature of a thing, because a true soft life, for me, a true calm nervous system soft life requires me to strip away all these things that are actually fighting against my softness.
Yeah.
That I have had to use as a protective shield.
Right.
Understandably so. But if I am actively choosing to be softer, it also requires some of the, how do I say this? If I'm actively choosing to no longer be in the battle, it requires me to take off some of the armor.
Oof. I say.
And again, I say that knowing that I'm not great at taking off all the armor. So, but it starts in the knowing. It starts in the awareness. It starts in the giving yourself the permission and the grace to get curious about what a soft life might mean for you.
For you. Emphasis on for you.
Yes.
Not what you see on your social media feeds.
So what are you doing this week as a soft life practice? I'm glad you asked,
I'm
girl.
glad you asked. At the time of recording, we're a week out from my birthday. We are. I'm catching a flight and back to my base. And this week, one of the things that I'm doing, I have automated all of my tasks that are for this week. Everything is automated, so I have time to rest. I have time to sleep in the day when I have needed to get up at a very early hour because I'm caregiving. Yeah. So I was able to automate quite a few things that usually would tend to, I'm like, oh, I can just do it day of. Yeah. So automated quite a few things so that now I have some time to rest. And that means also that I don't need to do some things that are tasks that I usually do at a certain time. That means I can actually go outside and go for that walk that I have not been doing consistently because I've been caregiving.
That's fair, but we know, so it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
So
I love that.
That's like the biggest thing that I'm so excited about. And I'm also going to be crocheting. Yeah, taking some time to crochet, which I love doing, and I don't do it as often. Yeah. And so I have some space now to do it. To do some crochet.
I would like a crocheted thing. I just would like to put in my order now.
Okay.
For me this week, because it is a crazy busy week, and I can't do all the things that I want to do as it relates to like being softer. What I can do, and I'm going to commit to this, and it's on camera now, so it's recorded. We have evidence. I'm going to look at my calendar and look at 3 things that I can say no to, and I can delegate someone else to. And that's hard because everything I feel like I need to be there for this week, but I don't, because if something were to happen to me, they would find someone else anyway. So I'm going to say no to 3 things on my calendar this week. And that includes, because all my calendars are together, like work, family, friends. It's all one big, colorful, color-coded cornucopia of chaos. And I'm going to find 3 things to say no to.
Joy. If there's one thing
call me on Thursday. Call me on Thursday and make sure I do.
Well, the thing is, one thing I love is to hear women say no.
I know you do.
I love it.
You do.
Yes. 3 things?
3. I'm gonna give myself 3.
Don't
I'm gonna
you
give
worry.
myself
I'm
3.
gonna make sure. I'm gonna check in on Thursday to make sure that you said no to 3 things.
And my answer to you might be no. I didn't.
There your 3. There it is.
That's my 3rd one. That's my 3rd one. But yeah, it literally is. It in this season. I can't do the, I would love to go be outside. I can't right now. What I can do is X. For you, it's like you realize you've been going and going, and so now you're giving yourself that moment. So again, it goes back to your needs.
And one of the things that I was doing when things were extremely busy for me and it was extraneous in my mind, everything, emotions, everything. One of the things that I did was made sure that I put my phone on D&D at a certain time. That's what I was able to do consistently. That is something that I was able to, like, I took it, because I thought by the end of the day, I'm like, oh, and when I say D&D, not just D&D, put the phone away, not even just...
Not D&D, and now I'm checking to see what the D&D, because you see Do Not Disturb, and then you swipe up to see what you missed.
Right, like just not doing anything with the phone, just being present with myself. That's really what I did at a certain time to make sure that at the very least I can have a calming down. That was just for me.
A choosing of self.
Yes. That's what I was doing. Sometimes it was challenging because I was, still like wanting to check things because I was putting things aside. But that was one of the ways that when things were like really, and that was just a week ago, by the way.
I love this.
At the time of recording, that was just a week ago. And that's what made me decide, you know what? I actually have a little bit of space. Let me automate some stuff, which made me do a little bit more. But the payoff is this week again.
And listen, here we are. Latoya, thank you so much
for
coming to sit with me. Actually, can I have you come back at a later time to talk about erotica?
I feel like, I feel like I need to be a recurring guest. Like,
Okay, well, here we go.
Yeah, no, for sure. We can talk about the erotic. We can talk about sexual wellness.
I want to get into all of that.
That's my jam.
Put your bag down after dark. Okay. So as it relates to not your average soft life, if you take nothing else away from that today, understand it can be what you need it to be, as long as it looks like you starting to choose self and cultivate a space of self-love and self-worthiness that's not tethered to anything else. The soft life process may take some time. It may feel uncomfortable. It may feel unfamiliar. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're returning to yourself. It means you're taking off the armor, because the armor's been heavy for a while. So it gets to come off and it gets to feel a little bit awkward. But you deserve the soft life. And I believe you can get it. So until next time, take care, take naps.
Please.
Take what you need, discard the rest. See you soon.